Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd pop in here a second and get this little stack of things that I recently picked up out of my way. So I had put it to the side so I could show all of you what I stumbled upon and kind of explain it a little bit. Do you ever have like a friend who has a friend and then a friend that a friend shows up and then they all think that maybe that person might have something you're interested in? Well, that's what happened to me. I was going home one day from work and I got a text, and fortunately for me, I can hit a button and the text will talk to me. So I knew what it was about. So when I got home, I reached out to the person and I said, well, thanks. I'll call them tomorrow and see what they've got. So the following weekend, I took a little road trip, and the gentleman and his significant other had um, like a photo album, but nothing was in the sleeves, but that kind of looking book, but a little older. It was bound in a way that I had never seen before. And apparently his father collected some things from back in the day, and he wanted to see if anyone would be interested. Now, I think this is like, yeah, a first issuance, not so 1975, but look at this. And look at that handwriting. And if you look at the date, August the 8th, 1893. And there's just all kinds of stuff like that. Now, that postcard's probably not that old, but this, 1982, and then there's some, what are they exactly? United States. It says they're a postage stamp. And then here again, this card is from 1895. I have to tell you that now these are not really so old. They're from the 80s. But this stuff is in the best condition. Now, some more first issuance from the 60s. Here is a newspaper article about old postcards. Now, this is from 1895, and I'm trying to see if I can tell exactly where that one is from. That's probably like a personal note sent. But a lot of these, I'm just going to go around here quick. A lot of these are from, like, that's 1890. And I'm telling you, though, they are in the best condition. See if I can see when that one was postmarked. Looks like 1958. Now, these are some of the ones that are from the 1800s. And the gentleman's dad, I guess, not only did he keep postcards. See what this is. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not sure how that got sent through the mail. But he kept like envelopes too, 1895. So these will be adorable, tucked in different places in journals. And for anyone that collects old time ephemera, a lot of them 1893 and 1895. So over 100 years old, in many cases 125. See that note right there? See if I can see. Yep, July 22nd, 1895. And I might come back later and read some of the notes and everything to you, like I did for that one letter so far that I've read that I got at the antique market. But as you can see, these are all from the 1800s, and they are pretty cool in my opinion. So I'm just going to finish going through here quick. I hope everyone can see them well. I can't get in any closer with my camera. But I like them. It's like they're kind of like, I don't know, businessy. And I'm telling you, they're in the best shape. Now, these, I don't know if they actually went through the mail. These look like they were to be sent to someone or maybe filled out in the store. Postal card, 1 cent. So, or maybe these were some kind of, I was going to say a giveaway, but I doubt that. That's like a fold over. Another. So in addition to this, I also picked up some books that I'm going to show you. See, I just love that writing. I can't help it. Here's a pretty cool one. Now, these are just some plain envelopes. I did see that they were in there. But they are all in the best condition. And I know one time I had picked up some first issuance, and where the glue was, the patina on that now, that being aged from 1894, I'm not sure you can see, but it is beautiful. And again, it's because he preserved these so well in that album. They were kind of like laid out, kind of like stair steps. So, and I just realized I don't have my one light on here, so let's do that. That might help my cause. Here we go. I'm really bad about turning on that circle light sometimes. 1895. Like I said, they are all from, the majority are from the late 1800s. I think I may have found something from 1850 something at one point in time. But, and again, you know, some of the envelopes are empty, but that's, I mean, look at that, how cool that is. Now that one says 1874. Pretty darn neat, and they were sent through the mail. That's not that old. That one's 1961. But yeah. And of course, they pretty much have the same name on them because I guess they were, you know, through the same family. 1890. 1894. But I thought it was pretty neat that he took the time to reach out to someone who then reached out to someone who then reached out to me. And I figured I have friends that maybe, this one's not that old. These probably are not going to be as old now. But I figure I had friends out there that might be interested in getting some of these from me. And of course, I will be reasonable in what I sell them for. But these weren't given to me now. I did have to pay. And but I thought it was fair for the most part. We did have to haggle a little bit. I thought I was offering a fair price and he wanted a little bit more. So, but a lot of first issuances. Now, is that a first issuance? That is. I've never seen one that size before. Huh. Oh, and here's another one. Excuse the strings. I've been keeping all my threads too. Oh, talk about hoarding. This one is definitely from another country. And I'm trying to see if I can see anything in English that would tell me exactly where, and I'm not getting it. And here's another from another country. So, here's another oldie. That one is postmarked from Manila in the Philippines and sent to California. I'm trying to see if I can read a date, 1948. So anyway, this is those. And these are loose stamps from a while back, I guess, 2-cent ones. And here's a Happy Easter postcard. Let's see if I can see a date on that. It's there, but I'm not going to be able to read that. It was sent out from Richmond, but it looks like it would be pretty old. So anyway, so that is the postcards and such that I got. Now let me go through the books here real quick. Some of these books, I tell you the truth, I'm not quite sure what I would do with them. So I'm going to ask some questions, and I sincerely would like people to give me feedback. I really mean it. This is a first reader. As you can see, it's like the cover has peeled off and someone has tried to mend it. But it is old. Let me see if I can see the date on it. This might be one of the ones. Let's see. Yeah, this one says 1860. So it's pretty cool. I mean, it's definitely got some wear. So, what do I do with it? It's in bad shape. Do I tear it apart? Do I offer it to someone as is? I don't know. Could I shellac the cover? I mean, it's definitely a cool cover, but if it's going to be handled much, it's probably going to fall apart worse. So let me put this right here too, by the way, is some of the samples that I got. So as you can see, I've been cutting on some of them. And I'll show you all that later. Now this one I got only because, first of all, it's tiny. It has the best feel to it. Of course, you can't read anything, and the first pages are gone. But it is Psalms out of the Bible, I believe. I guess I never saw them in such a compact form, but the pages are like tissue. They're beautiful too. So once again, do I tear this apart? Do I try to do something with the cover? Cover overall is in pretty good shape, even though it's worn. It feels sturdy and not like it's going to fall apart. So number one, number two. And then I love music books. And this is a second reader, and as you can see, it has some wear and tear, and here's a couple pictures that I got from them as well. But I love old music books like this. They're just so much fun to me, and especially when they're the old songs. So I will definitely get use out of that. And then this book is another one that has seen better time, and it's called Boy Blue and His Friends. And let's see here if we can see a date on it. It's kind of also falling apart. 1915, copyright 1906. So it must have been redone. So again, this is pretty cool. I'm thinking that because it's before 1923, I can probably just copy some pages out of this book without tearing it up. So that's pretty neat. This one I pretty much got because the cover I thought was so cool. Now, it's not a very big book, but look at those pages, how they're colored. I mean, the patina on them is beautiful. Again, it's not in the best of shape, really. It feels like it could just crumble to pieces. Let's see that front page here again. I can't read that first word of the, I don't know, 1888. I'm sorry, I don't know what that says. But 1888. I was trying to see if there was anything else. That letter there was written in 1872, so 1888 is probably the year of this book. Now, could you tear this apart? I don't know that I could. Yeah, it is already tearing apart somewhat, but those pages, you can't, I mean, you can try, but you could not do this. And I mean, just some of the little poems in here, if I copy them and any of this patina comes out, oh gosh, how wonderful. All right, here we go. This one, it says official program, like this was a souvenir that was given out. It says 1892. Oh, it was falling apart here. Looks like it's got a little advertisement inside of the cover. I don't know. Yeah, this looks like all kinds of little advertisements and stuff. Now, isn't that neat? Lordy, lordy, lordy. And 1892, I think is what I said. Up some songs. Pretty neat. So see, when they're that old, you don't necessarily have to worry about what you're going to do because you can simply copy them. Now this one again, the cover actually feels good, but that paper layer on top of it is definitely going away. So, do I put a protector in on that? That's a question. Do I do something to try to preserve that? A matte finish, a gloss finish? Tell me. Now someone has gone to town scribbling in the front of this book. Just going to see if I can see any kind of date here. McGuffey's Electric Spelling Book. 1879. So again, pretty cool. Doesn't have the coloring. Some of the others do. But it's got the word lessons in here, as you can see. Let's see how far it goes. What's the last lesson? Lesson 248. That might have been a whole school year. And someone has written in this back section too. Oh, and there's the back cover. It too has definitely some wear. All right, just a couple more to go. And let's see. This one is Heart Songs. And this definitely is losing. The spine on this one is very fragile. But I got it because there were songs in here that I have heard before. They must have had something stored right there that I have heard before, and it's been a long time. So I got this book because of that. Let's see what year this one is. Wonder if that's what was in there that colored it like that. That's not that old of a photo. Copyright is 1909. So anyhow, that's that. Excuse my phone dinging. It will ding all day and all night. Caricatures, the wit, humor of the nation in picture, song, and history. Illustrated by America's greatest artists. This is a special edition. 1909 is when this was done. And it has some cool cartoons and stuff in it. And I'm sure there are some in here that we're going to say is not politically correct. I did not spend the time to necessarily go through all of it. But I can see a poem there, of course, that I can copy and do something with. This is going to be a really fun book. So if there's anything anyone is especially looking for, let me know and I might be able to zap you a copy. And then the last things that I got, and I'm not quite sure why I got them because I didn't need them, but were just some music pamphlets. These are some sing-along. Oh, that's funny. Sing-along and vote-along with Freeholder Ray Moore. Don't know what that's all about. But then I got this because it was banjo music, so it was different. Look at that. I have never seen that before. And then this one I thought was so funny because it was the flight of the bumblebee. And we all know that, there's folks are crazy about doing bee journals these days. So that's why I picked those two up. And he had a bunch more of the music pamphlets and all. So I can always get more if I need them. But anyway, that was my haul from a friend of a friend of a friend. And he said that he knows that he has some more things that he will reach out to me and let me know. So I think I have found a pretty good resource. And again, it's keeping me out of those big box stores and I'm finding pretty cool, unique things. So I know this video was probably a little longer than my norm, but isn't it pretty neat stuff? So anyhow, I appreciate you coming by and please give me that thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm still plugging away. I'm hanging in there. And I want to thank you for coming by once again. So I appreciate it and y'all behave and I will see you down the road. Bye-bye.